Okay. So last time around, we were talking about the legal process of starting a business. So now you know that for starting a new business in Oman, you need to register it. First of all, you need to declare it as a commercial place. So when you say you need to declare it as a commercial business area, that means you need to fill a commercial registration certificate, CR, which you can get from Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Here in Sur, you will find it in Oman Chamber of Commerce. So you will register your company in Oman Chamber of Commerce with the ID card of you and your partners, if the case is that we have a partnership, or you also have to provide the signature specimen for all the partners in case if there are partners in that company. And you also need to provide the license. I told you for the license is required if you are importing or exporting something. So import export business, you need a license. So you need to provide that copy as well as the clearance from different authorities like Environmental Protection Authority or ROP in terms of safety. So these things, if you provide with the required fee, you can register your company. Now, for the types of companies, we discussed the first type, which was the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means that it is a single person company. And what we discussed in that one, that it is easy to start, but the liability of the person owner would be very high. What does it mean? I told you that if there is a bank loan on the business of 50,000 and business can only pay 20,000 and you are closing that business, that means it is going for liquidation. And in that case, the sole owner will be responsible for the 30,000 real liability. That means he has to pay it even after selling his own assets, personal assets, like house or car or something like that. If he cannot pay, then the court will declare him bankrupt. Okay, so bankruptcy is a bad thing. Bankruptcy is not a good thing. Bankruptcy means now you cannot do business in your own country. Now you cannot, maybe you cannot go outside your country as well. So bankruptcy is a very bad thing. It's not a good thing. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, moving forward, the second type of a company would be the limited liability company, LLC. These are very common in the world, and you can find them in Oman as well. Saud Bhawan LLC, Sohail Bhawan LLC, Muhammad Musa Automotive LLC. So you will see the board. Most of the time you will find LLC. Google is also an LLC. If you search it on the internet, so Google as a company is also LLC, limited liability company. Okay, what is a limited liability company? In a limited liability company, you will have limited partners from 2 to 40. That means more than one, and up to 40. 40 is the maximum cap. Okay. The good thing about it is that partners have limited personal liability for the business debts. I will just tell you what that means. And the challenging thing in a limited liability company is that the partners have a right to participate in management. That means in the decision making, all the partners will take part. You cannot ask any partners not to take part in that one. Now, what is an LLC? Let me take you to the paint screen and let me define the liability in terms of LLC. Okay, so let me stop sharing the slides for a moment. And let me present to you the paint screen. Okay, now you can see my paint screen. Okay, so what I'm talking about, we are talking about an limited liability company. In other words, you call it LLC. So in an LLC, you will have many partners, from 2 to 40 partners will be there. For example, you started an LLC. So Mr. A has 20,000 real in an LLC. Mr. B also has 20,000, or make it 10,000. And Mr. C has 5,000 real invested. This is the capital which is invested by partner A, B, and C. So these are the three partners in an LLC. They registered their company as LLC. So let's say there are three partners. The good thing about it is, let's say there is a bank loan as well. Bank loan of 40,000. Okay. Now, after doing business for 5 years, let's say, or 3 years, they have the assets of 5,000 in the business. Okay. So after that, they went for liquidation. Liquidation means they are closing the business. Why? Because one of the partners want to go. Even when your partner is leaving, you have to dissolve the company. You will form a new company now. So liquidation is going on. Now, can you tell me how much? This is a 40,000 loan. 5,000 will come from here. Okay, or make it a higher figure. Make it a higher figure. Let's say bank loan is 50,000. Okay, can you tell me how they will pay the loan? So bank loan is 50,000, the assets are 5,000. So the remaining amount is 45,000 real. Who will pay how much? What do you think? How much A will pay? Okay, let me help you in that. As it is a limited liability company, the partners will have limited liability. That means A will pay up to 20,000 only. B will pay up to 10,000. And C will pay up to 5,000. 20, 30, 35,000. What about the remaining 10,000? This is 45,000 loan. A paid 20,000. Why? Because this is a limited liability company. Limited liability company means how much share you have in the company, you will not pay more than that. How much share in the company you have, you will not pay more than that. If B has 10,000 real in the company, you cannot ask B to pay 20,000 or 15,000. This was not the case with the sole proprietorship. In the sole proprietorship, even if your amount or capital in the business is less, you have to pay the whole loan because you are the only owner of the business. But in this case, limited liability company, the good thing is that you will not pay more than your share. C has 5,000 real. Even if the remaining loan is more than 10,000, 20,000, he will not pay more than 5,000. Even court cannot ask him to pay more than 5,000, more than his share. Yeah, Mohammed said sometimes they will divide it in the equal ratio, but the point is here it is 45,000. 45,000 you cannot pay even if you pay your maximum amount. Like A pays 20,000, B pays 10,000, C pays 5,000. It is 35,000. Still 10,000 is remaining. So who will pay that 10,000? No one will pay. This is the point here. No one will pay that 10,000. That 10,000 is not recoverable. Why? Because the partners in the company, they pay up to their liability, up to their share in the business, not more than that. Even the court cannot ask them to pay more than that. So bank will take all that money. They will say, okay, A will pay 20,000, B will pay 10, C will pay 5, 35, still 10,000 remaining. Bank cannot recover that. This is a good thing about LLC. LLC, you are safe. Your risk is low. Do you get that point? Is this point clear? You will not pay more than your amount. I will take one more example. Okay, that will clarify you. Okay, let me clear this first. Okay, let's say the bank loan is bank loan is 20,000. Assets are 5,000. So the total remaining is 15,000. How would this be paid? How would 15,000 be paid? A will pay how much? B will pay how much? C will pay how much? What do you think? Can anybody try? Why Mohammed said A will pay 20,000, B will 10,000, C 5,000. This is the maximum, right? But here now it is only 15,000 remaining, not 35,000. You can see from the example, the bank loan remaining after your assets is 15,000. Okay, so how much A will pay, B will pay, and C will pay? For this, you need to do a little bit of mathematical calculation. It's very simple actually. You will take the share 20,000 divided by the total share. Total share is 20 plus 10 plus 5,000, 35,000. Okay, so it becomes 4 by 5. And then you multiply it with the remaining amount, 15,000. So how much will remain? 4 into 15, 60,000 divided by 5, 60 by 5. 12,000. A will pay 12,000. How much B will pay? B will pay in the same way, 10,000 divided by total number of shares, 35,000. 20,000 plus 10,000 plus 5,000, 35,000. So it will become 10 by 35, 5 twos are 10, and 5 sevens are 35. So 2 by 7 multiply by 15,000, the remaining loan. So it becomes 30,000 divided by 7. 30 by 7 will be 7, 4, about 4,300. No, sorry, 30,000. Why? Oh, I have made a mistake here. I have made a mistake. So let me clear it first. It is 20,000 divided by 35,000. It is 4 by 7. And you multiply it with 15,000. So 15 into 4, 60. 60 divided by 7 will be, yeah, anyone can calculate this. I don't have a calculator right now. The first one, 8571. Okay, 8571. So this is what A pays. This is for A. So A will pay 8,571. What about B? In this case, this is B. So B will pay 2 by 7 multiplied by 15,000. Yes, how much is that? Did anyone put it in the chat box? 4285. Yeah, 4285. So he will be paying 4285. This is what is paid by B. And what about C? So C share is only 5,000. So it should be 5,000 divided by 15,000. It will be 1 by 3 multiplied by 15,000. Yeah, how much? Is it 1 by 3? 5 by, oh, sorry, 5 by, why I'm saying 5 by 15? Sorry, the whole share is not 15,000, it's 35,000. Let me correct it. So it should be the total share now. So 5,000 divided by, what is the total share? 35,000. It is the same for everyone. So 5 by 35,000 is 1 by 7 multiplied by 15,000. Yeah, how much? 2142. Yeah. So C will pay this amount as per the share. So this is how you will do it. So limited liability company in a sorry, in a limited liability company or LLC, your liability is limited up to your share. You will not pay more than your share. This is what I want to tell. Okay, quickly take a picture of this one. I will take one more example so that you can tell me whether I want to know that you get the concept or not. Quickly take the picture of this one because I will remove this and I will take one more example.
Mr.
Yes.
Ilhanov sent you yesterday email because me and Hawra Al Hajri want to join with him in the project.
Okay. I think I send you the reply that it is okay.
Okay, Mr. Thank you.
Okay. Please take the picture of this one. Please take the picture of this one. I will take one more example. That will clear your concept more. This is total 8,571 plus 4,285 plus 2,142. It will become 15,000. Total 15,000 is being paid as per their proportion. How much share they have, they will pay that much percentage of the loan. It's 4 by, not 4 by 6, it should be, Mohammed says 4 by 7 for A. 20,000 divided by 35, three zeros will go. So 20 by 35, 5 fours are 20 and 5 sevens are 35. 4 by 7 it is. Quickly take the picture of this one. Let me ask you another thing. This is just one example I am telling you how to do it. I will not ask you in the exam that how much percentage one will get. This is just for your understanding. Is it done? Did you take the picture? Can I remove this one? Yeah, done. Okay. So let me take another example. Let me take another example. Let's say for a limited liability company, you have partner A who has 20,000 or yeah, okay, 20,000 shares. B has 10,000 shares. C has 5,000 shares. Okay. The bank loan is 50,000. The assets of your company, of the company, of limited liability company are 20,000. Okay. Now, what happened? C, no, A, he left the country forever. He's not coming back. B is declared as bankrupt by the court. So bank loan is 50,000, assets are 20,000, so the remaining loan is 30,000. This is the remaining loan. Can you tell me how much C will pay? Now, A cannot pay because A is not in the country, he has left forever. B has become bankrupt, he cannot pay anything. Now, how much C will pay? Muhammad said, you're saying all. This is not a sole proprietorship, this is a limited liability company. Limited liability company. Think about it. How much C will pay out of 30,000 remaining? Yes. Please let me know how much you think C will pay. This is a limited liability company. The feature is that you will not pay more than your share. Why Mohammed said 4285? Now others cannot pay, so you cannot divide it between them. The other two are not there. They cannot pay. So only C will pay. So how much he will pay now? You cannot divide it between three of them now. It's very simple. He will pay 5,000. The maximum share which he has. He will pay 5,000. Why? Because now you cannot divide it. These two will not pay anything. He is not in the country. He has gone forever. And B is bankrupt. He cannot pay any money. So out of 30,000, only 5,000 C will pay. Remaining 25,000 real, no one will pay. If this person comes back again, then he will pay 20,000 because B is bankrupt. Did you get my point? When this kind of a situation is there, if you are the one who has to pay, you will only pay up to the maximum of your share. Your maximum share is 5,000. You will pay 5,000 only. You will not pay the remaining 30,000. Do you get my point? Is this point clear? When there are no other partners remaining, will you pay for them? No. You will just pay up to the maximum of your share, not more than that. Do you get my point? Muhammad said you will divide among them. If all the partners are there, no one is bankrupt and everyone is paying, then you will divide it among them. Okay? So 30,000 would have been divided among them in the way which I have done before. But now he has to pay. For example, if all of them are good partners, like all of them are there, let's say, so then it will be total 35,000. So A would pay, in this case, A will pay 20,000. divided by how much is the total? 35,000. This will become 4 by 7 multiplied by the remaining amount is 30,000. This is the remaining loan. Okay. So he will pay how much? Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me how much would he pay? 4 multiplied by 30,000 divided by 7. 17142. 17142. This is what A will pay. But A is not there. In this case, A will pay 17142. How much B will pay? B would have paid 10,000 divided by 35,000, and the amount will be 2 by 7 multiplied by the remaining loan is 30,000. So he would pay how much? 8571. Yeah, 8571. And what about C? What about C? In case if all the partners were there, C would have paid 5,000 divided by 35,000. It will become 1 by 7 multiplied by the loan 30,000, and in this case it would be 4285. Yeah, 4285. This would have been the situation if all three partners are there. No one is bankrupt. But this is not the case right now. I am saying A is out of the country. He cannot pay now. He has gone forever in some other country. B has become bankrupt. So C, in normal circumstances, would have paid 4285 real. But now he has to pay up to the maximum of his share, 5,000. Okay, take it in another way. Take it in another way. Let me do it. Okay, now in this example, A 20,000, B 10,000, C 5,000. C becomes bankrupt. Let's say C becomes bankrupt. B has gone out of the country. The remaining loan is 30,000. How much A will pay? Now B cannot pay because he has gone out of the country. C is bankrupt. How much A will pay? Asari Jasim, why 30,000? His total share is 20,000. Yes, Mohammed Said, you are right now. Sikra Musa, you are also right. Atari Jasim, why he will pay 30,000? This is limited liability company. He will only pay maximum of his share. His share is 20,000, so he will not pay more than that. In normal circumstances, if you see, he would have paid 17,142 if all three partners were there. But now all three partners are not there. Partner B and partner C, they cannot pay. So how much B will pay out of, A will pay out of 30,000 up to the maximum of his share. His share is 20,000, so he will pay not more than 20,000. Good. So that means you know the concept now. Now you know what to do. This is a good thing about limited liability company. Okay. So limited liability company, for example, Google is also a limited liability company. Google LLC. If you want to search it on the internet, you can find it. In Oman, you will find many LLCs. There is a reason behind it. I will tell you the reason at the end of this lecture. Moving forward. Okay, if you want to take a picture, quickly take the picture of this one for your understanding only. I will move towards the limited company. So now you know about LLC. I have to share with you the slide again. Quickly take the picture if you want to. Then I will stop sharing this slide. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this one. Done. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing it now. Okay, now I will share with you the slides. Okay, so now you know what is sole proprietorship. Now you know what is limited liability company. And okay, there is one bad thing about limited liability company, LLC. Uh, I have to go back to this paint screen again, just to clarify one more concept. Sorry for that. Okay, what do you think? These three partners will decide. So there is partner A, B, and C in the LLC. What do you think? Who has more power? Who has more decision-making power? He will say, okay, do this, we can do it like that. Okay, the interesting thing is what it is written that more than 50% because his share is more. No, in LLC, no matter you have invested little amount, you have the same decision-making power. So A, B, C, all of them have the same decision-making power. If A says, this is, I want to do this, but B and C says no, then it's a no. This is interesting because why you make partners? Why you make partners? Because you want to expand your business. Google will have partners. Why? Because Google wants some money to expand their business. So partners will put capital in the business, the investment in the business. But at the same time, in LLC, they will become the participants as well. They will have the same power as the main partner of this, main owner of this company. As the main owner of this company. This is something which is very interesting. Okay, so you must keep it in mind that LLC, although maybe your share is low, but your decision-making power is as much as the other member. That means most of the time, if you don't want to give power to your partners, you will not make LLC. Because in LLC, if you have 10 partners, all 10 partners will have the same power. You cannot say that he has invested only 5,000 riyal, so he will not take part in the decision making, or I have invested the more than 50,000 of the more than 50% of the investment, so I must take a decision. No, in LLC, this is not the case. In LLC, all the partners have the same power. Is this point okay? I think in Oman, if you want to start an LLC, your capital should be 30,000 riyal. That means the total money should be 30,000 riyal at least for starting an LLC in Oman. Okay. You also got the point that all the Partners have the same power. No matter you have invested more money and the other partner have invested less money. It doesn't matter. Is this okay? Do you get the point? Okay. So now I can move towards the slide, towards the third important type of partnership. Okay. Before going to the limited partnership, for me, limited partnership is very important because it is something which has the feature of limited liability company as well. But before discussing it, you must know what is general partnership. I must tell you one thing, that general partnerships are not common. They are not common. You will know the reason right now. So you will have two or more general partners. So there is no cap on it. In limited liability companies, you can have maximum of 40 partners. Whereas in general partnership, you can have as many partners as you want, two or more general partners. All the partners have a right to participate in management. That means all of them have the same power, same like LLC. But the bad thing about general partnership is, very bad thing about general partnership is that partners liable for business debt to the full extent of their property. Now, what does it mean? Let me take you back to the page screen just to quickly tell you about this concept. So in general partnership, your liability is unlimited. Just focus on that thing. Let me take you to the page screen. Okay. Let me clean this up. So now I'm talking about general partnership, which is not very common. This is not common. General partnership. Okay. So you declared your business as a general partnership, and A has a share of 20,000. B has a share of 10,000. C has a share of 5,000. Okay. Now there was a bank loan of 50,000. Your assets, business assets are for 20,000. That means the remaining loan is 30,000. Now A, he went out of the country. B become bankrupt. So he cannot pay anything now. How much C will pay in a general partnership of this remaining 30,000? What do you think? Yes, Mohammed Saeed, you are right now. All. Because this is a general partnership. General partnership means even if you have invested less money, this is not limited. Limited liability company means your share is limited, your liability is limited. But in a general partnership, your liability is unlimited. You have to pay all the money. You cannot say, I have only 5,000 real in the business. I will only pay up to this. No, you declared that business as a general partnership. So you have to pay the whole money. This is a bad thing about general partnership, real bad thing. That is why if you want to become my partner or if I want to become your partner, even if we are very good friends, we will not open general partnership. Because maybe After some time, maybe some of the partners, they will go, the other remaining partners, they have to pay all the money. Even they have to sell their property like house or car to pay that money. So general partnership is not common. Before it was common. Do you get my point? Is this clear? Is this clear? Yeah. So general partnership, not common because of the unlimited liability. You are not safe. Your risk is very high as a partner. Okay. So moving towards the third important partnership, which is common, which is very common internationally. And we call it limited partnership. You would have seen companies like Pepsi, Private PVT Limited, LTD. So you will find LTD. I'm putting it in the chat box. Limited company. Sometimes it is written as INC. INC. For example, Apple Inc. This means limited liability, limited company, limited partnership. Okay. So in Oman, you will not find many limited companies, but you will find many. Samsung is a limited company, I believe. Yeah. Many companies you will find, like Dell, also a limited company. Pepsi Cola limited company. Coca-Cola limited company. Okay, so big companies are like limited companies. What is a good thing about and a bad thing about limited company? So you will have two or more partners. Remember, limited company, limited partnership or company will have the features of both general partnership and limited liability company. Good features of both of them. What does it mean? It means if you are going for a limited company, you will have two types of partners with you. Two types of partners. Some partners will be general partners, and some partners will be limited partners. Why? Because you have a limited company, maybe after some time you need money, capital. So you will make more partners. Let's say Apple was started by Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs, they were two partners. After some time, they want to expand their business and they need more partners. So what did they do? They asked other people to invest their money in their business, but they will become limited partners. So Steve Jobs and the other partners were general partners who started the business, and the other partners, the new people, they became limited partners. Now, what is the good thing about limited companies? If you are a general partner, you have a decision-making power. But if you are a limited partner, that means you have just invested some money in it and you are declared as a limited partner, then you cannot take part in decision-making. So Apple or Pepsi decision-making will only be done by general partners, not by limited partners. Limited partners have nothing to do with the decision making. What type of products should come into the market, what type of design they will do, only general partners will decide about it. Limited partners will not decide about it. Okay. Good thing is, if you are a general partner and you are making the decision, you have unlimited liability. But the limited partners, they have a limited liability, same like LLC. What does it mean? It means if there is a loan of 50,000, let me give you an example on the paint scheme. First of all, tell me, you got the concept. The concept of limited company is that you have two type of partners: general partners, limited partners. What is a good thing about general partners? Good thing about general partners is they will decide about the business. They are the ones who are running the business. Limited partners are only there for the investment. They will not decide anything. And at the same time, if the business liquidates, if the business finishes, limited partners will only pay up to the maximum of their share, whereas general partners will have unlimited liability. Let me stop sharing this one. I will take you back to the paying scheme just to give you the concept in a better way. So now, right now, I'm talking about a limited partnership. So in a limited partnership or limited company, you have general partners and you have limited partners. Okay, so let's say A is a general partner, B is a general partner, and C is a limited partner. A invested 20,000, B invested 10,000, and C invested 5,000. And C is a limited partner. A and B are general partners. There was a bank loan of 50,000. Assets of your business are 10,000, let's say. So the remaining loan is 40,000. Okay, please tell me, if A cannot pay because he is out of the country and B cannot pay, how much C will pay of this 40,000? 5,000. Maximum amount 5,000. He will only pay 5,000 because he is the limited partner. Okay. Okay. Take it in another way. Take it in another way. So remaining loan is 40,000. C cannot pay, let's say. B cannot pay because he has become bankrupt. How much A will pay? He is a general partner of this 40,000. Al-Hanouf, he would have paid 20,000 if he was a limited partner. He is a general partner. Remaining amount is 40,000. Others two cannot pay. Think about it. He's not a limited partner. If was, yeah, he should pay 40,000, the remaining amount, because as a general partner, your liability is unlimited. You have to pay the whole amount. Think this in this way, okay? Okay, now let's see. A cannot pay, C cannot pay. How much B will pay? B is also a general partner. How much B will pay out of 40,000? Yes, 40,000, because he's a general partner. It doesn't matter he has invested 10,000 or 5,000 or something. As he is the general partner, he has to pay. Yes, Abdulaziz. He has to pay the whole amount if others are not paying. If others are not paying. If others are paying, you will take the proportion, how much they have invested, that one. But when there is a bankruptcy or when one of your partners go, so in a limited company, If you are a limited partner like C, you will only pay up to the maximum of your share, which is a good thing. But the bad thing is that you will not make a decision. You are not there to make decisions in that company. Only general partners can make decisions. If general partners can make decisions, their liability is also very high. So if the company crashes, the general partners will have to pay all the money to the bank. Limited partners will only pay up to their share. Okay, I have a share of 5,000 real, I will pay just 5,000. So this is a good thing about limited company. So limited company has features of both LLC and general partnership. So they have general partners as well, they have limited partners as well. And the good thing is only general partners will make decisions. Think about it. If you have 100 limited partners in Pepsi Cola, 100 limited partners in Pepsi Cola, will they make a decision? No, because they are limited partners. Pepsi Cola has only 4 or 5 general partners. They will make a decision. In LLC, if you have 40 limited partners, all 40 of them will make a decision. Then you have to say who is the majority. The majority decision will be decided. But in limited partnership, limited partners will never come for decision making. They will just invest their money and that's it. Do you get my point? Yes. So let me share with you the slides again. Let me share with you the window of your slides. Okay. Let me tell you one important thing. In Oman, which companies you have seen more, LLC or limited? LLCs. LLCs are more. Can you tell me the reason why? So Tikra, I think I see LLC more than limited companies. Most of the Omani companies here are LLC. Most of them are LLC, not limited companies. Internationally, you will find more limited companies internationally. In America or in other Western countries, you will find more limited companies than LLCs. LLCs are also there, but limited companies are, the market is small. No, it has nothing to do with the market. It has nothing to do with the market. I ask you one thing. If Can you tell me if in your family, I'm sure you will have many businessmen. Can you tell me the important feature about your cousin or father or uncle who is doing some business? Some important feature about him or her. Let me give you an idea. Like, yeah. So I'm giving you the idea. In Oman, what I have seen that a Omani person he will start one business. Maybe after 1 year or 2 years, he will start another business. So at the same time, in 5 or 6 years, he may be doing 2 or 3 businesses. Is it true or not? Yes. This is very common in Oman that an entrepreneur with something new or a sense of a new business would not be content with one business. Instead of it, he will do many businesses at one time. Okay, so such kind of a thing we call it, what was the term? Let me confirm the term so that I can tell it to you. Yeah, we call them serial entrepreneurs. What do we call them? Serial. I'm putting it in the chat box. Serial entrepreneurs or serial entrepreneurship. This is called serial entrepreneurship. Serial entrepreneur. When one entrepreneur will continuously come up with new ideas and he will start new businesses. Normally, all around the world, you will take 5 years to do one business. So you will concentrate on your one business for 5 years or 6 years. Then you will think about another business. But in Oman, it is not like that. So you will do a business, and after 2 years, or maybe after 1.5 or 2 years or 2.5 years, you will start another business as well. This is serial entrepreneurship. And at the same time, in Oman as well, family businesses are very common, right? Family business means what? You may become a CEO of your father company. You may become a CEO of your father company. Your father or your uncle will not hire any manager from outside. They think that their son or their nephew or their niece is good enough to do that work, and they will hire him as a manager so that he or she will see after the affairs of the business. So that means the business is being run by a family. Now think about it. Think about it. You are going to start a business now, and you have to register a company. Okay. Would you like, so your family members will be your partners, right? Because family business means your family members are your partners. So LLC is better or limited company is better? I would say LLC is better. Why? Because after 2 years, I will start another business and same family members will become partners in that one. I don't want my family members to have a lot of liability, only up to their share. Because in a limited company, I have to declare some of my partners as general partners. And if I get a loss in that business, maybe they have to sell their property to give that loss. Because I'm doing 2 or 3 businesses at the same time. So what is the safe way? The safe way is create LLC. Same partners will be there, but their liability will be limited. And they are my family members. So these limited partners will decide about the business, no problem. But in America or in other Western countries, this is not the case. They will have general partners because they will give more time to a business to flourish. So there will be general partners in a limited company. They will decide about the business, and there are limited partners. Limited partners will only invest. and they will give 5 years, 10 years to that business. If the business is good enough, then they will start a new thing. And also in America or West, you don't find more family businesses. When you have more family businesses, that means you have more partners from your family, and you don't want them to be the general partners in more than one business. Why? If one business gets a loss, maybe they have to pay money and they have to close all the businesses. But if you are a limited partner in your family business, then what will happen? If there is a loss in one business, you will close that business. You will just pay up to the share of your investment, and that's it. The other businesses will not be affected. Do you get my point? Like serial entrepreneurs, because of serial entrepreneurship and family businesses, which are very common, you tend to make LLC because you don't want your family members to have higher liability in that business. Because when you will start a new business, those family members will also become partners there as well. So you don't want them to have unlimited liability. You want them to have limited liability. That is why LLCs are common in Oman or Middle East or even in Asia. LLCs are common because family businesses as well as serial entrepreneurs. In Oman, I have seen serial entrepreneurship more. That is also one reason of creating LLCs. Is this point clear? This is just for your understanding. Otherwise, you should know what is LLC, what is limited company. Do you get my point? Is this point clear? So, because of serial entrepreneurship and family businesses, in Oman, you will see more LLC than limited company. So midterm will be, so what we have covered in quiz 1 was unit 1 and I believe marketing as well. So now we will have finance. Number 2 will be your operations. There are only some points about operations. In financial, I told you about balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement. You should know what is inside that. I will just ask you the conceptual thing. So conceptual thing is like this: furniture. Classify it as asset or a liability, or unit 1 and 2 will not be included because we discussed that in quiz 1, right? We discussed about 4 P's. We discussed in quiz 1, it is done, so it will not be included. Unit 3 is finance. Unit 4 is operations management. We talked about input, output, transformation process. That is included. And types of companies. These 4 types of companies right now what we have discussed. Till what we have discussed right now. Okay, not the other type of companies which I'm going to discuss right now. Till only these sole proprietorship, LLC, general partnership, and limited company. Only the concept you should know. So it will be an easy paper. Okay, so unit 3, financial, which is balance sheet, income statement, and yeah, unit 3 to this. In this chapter, only up to the 4 types of companies. There are actually 3 more types of companies. I will not ask about that. Okay, moving forward. Am I sharing the same slides with you? quickly I will go through the other three types of companies, but I will not ask them in the exam. I'm telling you about it. Joint stock company. Okay, this is owned by shareholders. Let me quickly tell you about a joint stock company. You should know about a joint stock company. This is for your 5 till types of companies, 4 types of companies. There are 7 types. I'm discussing the 5th one. It's not included. Okay. Only the 4 types: sole proprietorship, limited liability company, limited company, and general partnership. Only 4 till that point. This, what I am discussing right now, is just for your knowledge, not a part of exam. Okay. The first 4. Yeah, the first 4. Okay. Joint stock company. Let me quickly tell you about a joint stock company. Okay. What is a shareholder? Let me quickly tell you. Shareholder, sometimes there are companies which are listed companies. Okay. Listed companies are listed on the stock exchange. Okay, only the top in Oman, even there is an exchange. I think in GCC, in Oman there is no exchange. Muscat exchange is not there, or is it there? Let me check. I forgot. Yeah, Muscat Stock Exchange is there. Okay. Every country will have their stock exchange, and the top companies will have their shares available there. What is a share? Sometimes companies, they do not want to make partners, but they still want to generate money from the people like partners. So what they do, they will, for example, Oman LNG is a joint stock company. First of all, your company should be a limited company or LLC, and they are doing a very good business. Then you are in the top companies of your country, then you can be listed on the stock exchange. This is the condition. You must know. It is not like that I will just go to the Muscat Stock Exchange. Yeah, I will just go to the, yeah, I'm just telling you what is stock. You will go to the Muscat Stock Exchange and you will ask to register my company as a joint stock company. No, it is not possible. You have to have a very good business, then your company can be. Like in Oman, only the oil and gas companies are listed companies. That means they are doing a big business and their shares are available. What are shares? Shares or stock is the same thing. What does it mean? It means you have some capital, your business capital in a company. For example, 100,000 riyal, big capital. So joint stock company will be a big capital company, large company. What you will do, you will make them in the form of a share. Share means a paper which says that if you have this paper, you are a holder of this one, you will get a profit if the company makes profit. If a company makes profit, you will get a profit. Now, company will only sell maximum 49% shares. 51% shares will remain with the company. Why? Otherwise, their company will not be there. Someone else will buy the shares, 51% shares, and he will become the owner of that company. 51% share means you are the owner of a company. So every company will only sell maximum 49% of their shares. So no one can become big. You can become a shareholder, but you cannot become the owner of the company. For becoming the owner of the company, you have to buy 51% share. When you can buy 51% share, for example, this Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, he bought WhatsApp or which company? Instagram, I think. How did he buy? He bought shares of that company, 51% shares of that company. So now Mark Zuckerberg is the owner of what? WhatsApp or Instagram? I don't know. This is what they do. But you will not sell both. Okay, both of them. So you will try not to sell 51% share. You will only sell 49% shares. Oman LNG will never sell 51% share to any company, to any person. So what actually happens? You don't make, quickly I'm telling you, you don't make partners. Instead of it, you issue shares. So if your business is doing good, your index will be going up. Index means the profitability will be going up. In all over the world, there are stock exchanges. Big stock exchanges are New York Stock Exchange, Shanghai Stock Exchange. These are big stock exchanges. Big companies are listed on it. So companies, they will sell their shares. Of course, most of these companies are limited companies or LLCs, but they can also sell their shares now. They will register as joint stock companies because they are now the top company. Now, if you buy a share of a company, what will you do? You will become a shareholder. So I buy this share for 500 riyal, let's say. If the company is doing a good business, maybe after 2 months, in the stock exchange, if I sell this share to you, you will give me 700 riyal because the business is doing good. But if the business is going down, maybe I will sell it for 400 riyal because business is making a loss. The share value is going down. This is how businesses get money. So if I give 500 riyal for one share, this company will get that money. From many shareholders, they will get a lot of money for investment. But how does I make money as a stock shareholder? I will keep this for some time. If the prices are constantly going up, I will see a good time and I will sell it to someone else. But if the price is starting to get down and I think that after 2 months it will come more down, I will immediately sell it at a bit of a loss. So this is shareholders and joint stock companies. Joint stock companies are listed companies. You must know that. These are listed companies. These are owned by shareholders. And remember, the shareholder who has 51% share is the owner of that company. Remember that. And no company will sell more than 49% of the shares. If they are selling more shares, that means the company is getting a lot of loss. Now they are just selling their company. So someone will get 51% share and that's it. Mark Zuckerberg, WhatsApp and Instagram, they were not in a loss, but Mark Zuckerberg paid a lot of money maybe to just grab those companies. So if you are an owner of a company and your shares are, let's say, this much, and Mark Zuckerberg paid you this much of a money, that means you will be happy to take it. Huawei company in America, they put a ban on it. So in Huawei America, they have a subsidiary company. The parent company is Huawei. So they, one company in America, they wanted to buy their share, but they refused to sell. This can also happen. So you take 51% of the shares, you will become the owner of that company. Okay, so this is a joint stock company. Shareholders have limited personal liability. Why limited personal liability? If I buy a 500 real share, if the company has a loss, only 500 real share will go. So this is a limited liability. You will not pay the whole loan of that company. Your share, up to the share value, you will only be liable for that. Okay, remember there is a share value or have a face value as well. Face value means maybe the share starting price is 200 real. I buy it for 500 real because the price was going up. So I will be only liable for the face value. Face value means only 200 real. Keep that in mind. I think it is written in the slides as well. Let me see. A nominal value of the share. Nominal value means the starting value, the face value. The starting value is 200 riyal, but because the value is going high, I buy it for 500 riyal. So I am my share is 500 riyal, 300 riyal is the profit in it. So if there is a loss, the loss will be of 200 riyal. I will only pay only 200 riyal. That's it. Not more than that. An artificial legal person created by how, which has its own independent legal status. The joint stock company is actually listed company. You must remember that. Holding company, I told you there are companies like Pepsi Cola Oman will be a child company of Pepsi Cola. So this is the holding company. So holding company actually is the same company. So parent and child companies are there. Sometimes Papa Roti Oman could be a subsidiary company of Papa Roti Malaysia. So this is what is kind of a holding company. So one company will hold and do. I can give you a very good example. Okay. Aquafina is for Pepsi or Coca-Cola company. You can see Aquafina water bottle. It's a Pepsi Cola company, I think. Pepsi or Coca-Cola company. I'm not sure, but from Pepsi, I think Pepsi. So Pepsi company is the holding company. Aquafina is a separate company, but it is a child company of Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola people will not come to Aquafina company to tell them what to do. This company is working independently, but the holding company has the shares of this company. Aquafina is a subsidiary company or a child company of Pepsi or Coca-Cola. You can see that. So you would know that. So this is the concept of holding company, and joint ventures are actually a strategic alliance. Strategic alliance means, just last minute, strategic alliance means Omantel will, here it happened in Oman as well. Omantel and Huawei, they combined together for 4 years that they will do a business. So whenever you buy a Huawei mobile phone, you will get Omantel same with it. And they will do marketing together. So such kind of things are called joint ventures. Joint ventures, after 4 or 5 years, both companies will separate. They are, even when they are doing a joint venture, they are together for one type of a business, like mobile plus SIM package is there. But after that time, they will separate again. So this is just for your knowledge. First 4 companies are important for you. Let me stop recording the